Do you ever look in your wardrobe and think, I've got nothing to wear, and then there's a big sigh? That's probably because it's so overwhelmingly weighed down with things that you just absolutely do not wear and would not wear now. And so you cannot see the fantastic pieces you already own. Gosh, I've just had to put hair behind both ears because it's got so long. It's just looking lopsided. So anyway, I hope it looks all right like this. I've got to get it cut. But back to our wardrobes. I'm thinking we can look at what we can clear out today. And yes, I did have a good look at my wardrobe yesterday, and I've got some pieces here I'm going to show you that I'm going to clear out. Always remember, this is my opinion, and what I'm saying needs to go and we're not wearing nowadays. It may be that in your area it's hot to trot. So the first is party wear. Now, I'm not saying get rid of party wear. We need to have some party wear in our wardrobe. But if you look at your wardrobe, your main wardrobe that you go to every day, have you got party wear in there? That, you know, low cut dress, the long maxi dress, the glamour pieces, even snow boots. So I know that's not party wear, but my point is you wear it once a year, once or twice a year, those pieces. The snow coat. Do they need to be in a main wardrobe? Probably not. And they're adding bulk, and you can't see the gems you're going to wear today because of them. So let's move those to another wardrobe. But then the big thing is, what are we actually going to remove from the house? Now, how I do this is that I have a box in my spare room, and when I'm trying things on to wear and I really think it doesn't work, I don't like it, doesn't suit me, it goes into that box. That gives me breathing space. It gives me time to revisit it later on, so I'm not making a rash decision. Now, if you're not making a rash decision, you can then be brutal about the process because it's quite low risk. Obviously, anything torn is going to, or dirty is going to go to, or stained, is going to go to material recycling. That's just a no-brainer, isn't it? In my wardrobe, I have a lower hanger, which is where I put my monthly capsule. A hanger above it is jackets. And so jackets I've been wearing, I always put them back on the right. Then on the left, I find I've got a load of jackets that actually I haven't worn for ages and years. And so this is what I thought I'll pull out. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? I have been so reluctant to get rid of it. Yet for years I haven't worn it. Not necessarily because camo's was out of date, and it is back in fashion now. And I love all this detailing here and so on. It is actually a US Air Force surplus jacket that's been embellished by a boutique. Sort of, we've got sequins on the back, we've got buttons down the sides that are all different buttons. So quite a creative upscale of the jacket in a way. But I wore it a lot when I first got it, but now I know that my colouring is summer, and I love pinks and the light blues and so on. I really can see this drains me. So I'm just not going to it. So I'm going to put this on Vinted. I've got a very similar jacket that I got from Cabby. A very quite lightweight parka. That's got a sequin sort of bird on the back there. And for exactly the same reason, it's just not my colours anymore. So that's going to go on Vinted. Then I've got a beautiful, I've had it for a long time, leather jacket from Massimo Dutti, but it's too small. And however much weight I've lost, you know, I lost a stone, it's still too small for me. It really is for a UK 6 to 4. So I'm going to put that up on Vinted as well. So they're examples that are sitting on the left-hand side, wasting space that really I'm not going to wear. I just love them. But let's let someone else love them. I also found a Topshop blazer, quite a long blazer, that I haven't worn for years. Obviously, that's why it was on the left-hand side, and I'm just going to give this one to charity. So instead of having 4 or 5 jackets in your wardrobe that you aren't going to wear, spoil yourself and just don't spend a fortune, but just get one up-to-date modern jacket. And I am loving the quilted jackets that are around. I've just bought one from Aspiga, and it is gorgeous for the summer, for late spring, for early autumn. They're fashionable this year, but it's the kind of jacket that I would carry on wearing afterwards in the following years. And I think they'll be around next year as well as a trend too, as well as this year, because it's quite a new trend. So I will link some down below for you. So take a look at your wardrobe and pull out any jackets that you just have not worn, but Think about why. I've given you a reason for every single one of those. So if you can nail the reason and then you're satisfied that, right, okay, I understand why I'm not wearing it and that's not reversible, then get rid of them. But this is an easy implementation for you. Put things back on one side or turn the hanger around. Some people do that. If you hear a baby crying, that's one of the reasons why I haven't had my hair cut. Yes, the granddaughter is now home from hospital in the next room. Yep, she's hungry. So there's a bit of feeding going on in there, but we might hear a bit of crying. You'd love that, wouldn't you? You'd love that. Right, so the next one is, how about those little strappy vests? So I had a drawer of this kind of thing. Now, look at those straps. That's not going to cover a bra. So why have I got them? Because I don't wear them and I'm not going to wear them. I also got silly underwear like this, like a petticoat. Actually, I raided this from my mother's house when I was clearing out her stuff after she died, and I thought, oh, that'll be useful. Actually, it's not, because it's so embellished here in a way, you know, it's pretty lacy stuff, that's going to show through clothes. So you're not going to wear that anyway. I haven't worn a slip under a skirt for years and years and years, and yet these are filling up a drawer. And then there's other, oh well, that's another strappy one. This one's got two things wrong with it. Not only is it thin little straps, but it's an unbreathable material. Do you know those blouses you used to get on well, you still probably can actually, on TV channels, and you shop the blouse, but it's so thin, it also comes with a little cami underneath. But neither the blouse nor the camis are breathable material. It's really horrible. And here's another one. Came with a blouse from a TV show. And, well, you know, I got rid of the blouse, didn't like that anymore. Kept this thinking, oh, that'd be useful. You know, I might get another see-through blouse. Honestly, I'm not going to wear this because it's that horrible, lightweight, artificial, unbreathable material. I'm not going to carry on showing you them. I've got a chair that is piled high in those. That's a drawer full, isn't it? So instead of these strappy, artificial material little numbers, get yourself some decent cotton tank tops. Because they're fashionable this year, you can do exactly the same thing. You can wear them under a blouse, you can layer them under a jacket. I mean, you're not going to layer one of these under a jacket anyway, are you? But they're so much more practical. And you can wear them with nothing at all because they're covering your bra straps. You don't need to layer them. So a tank top is where you need to go. Get rid of these. Oh, and this t-shirt I'm wearing, I've taken the mic off because the mic just pulls the collar down, but I wanted to show you it without. This is the boat neck from Boden that's still available. It was really popular last year. It comes in lots of colours. I've got it in white and I've got it in this navy as well. It's great under a jacket as well as being loose. Boat neck's quite a flattering shape, but I wanted to show it to you without my mic pulling it down. Now remember that when you do your season swap of clothes, whether it's your monthly season as I do, it's monthly season, monthly swap around of clothes as I do, or just seasonal, have a look at the items you're pulling out. Are you going to wear them this year? Did you wear them last year? Are they just sort of 5-6 years old and never been worn? Really be judgmental over it. The same with the items you're putting away. Did you wear it? Why didn't you wear it? And maybe put them in the box. That is for, let's think about that later on. Or if you're absolutely certain, because you know you've got a reason for it, such as with my jackets here, then just donate them or sell them. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please remember that it's very important to subscribe, because if you go to your home channel on YouTube, you will see all sorts of what's names coming up. If you go to your subscribed button, you'll see people who you subscribe to. So it's important to subscribe to me because that's where you'll see the content that you really are interested in. I'm also, as you know, trying to grow the community to 100,000, so as we can have more of a conversation going on in the comments and help each other as women over 50, over 60. And remember, I am your influencer for the over 60s who is actually over 60. Now, how much around the house clothes do you need? You know, the sort of thing you, well, I don't know about you, but I will wear things in the house that I wouldn't necessarily wear. I wouldn't certainly wear it to a pub. I wouldn't wear it necessarily for shopping either. I call it my housework clothes because generally every day I'm doing some housework. But how much of that do I need? And so what I've tended to do over the years is things that I'm no longer wearing out for a meal or a pub with friends, that gets removed into my round the house going out, you know, housework clothes. But I've ended up with such a pile. And the thing is that I look at it and I think, well, it suits me, there's nothing wrong with it, there's no holes in it, it's not stained, and so I just don't get rid of it. But it is filling up space. So how much of that do I really need? So I've thought that for every season, probably 5 sets. So I sorted mine out yesterday and decided, okay, 5 pairs of trousers or skirts. Also for this season, couple of little summer dresses when it's like 35 degrees and it's sweltering and it's humid. Quite a few t-shirts because as I'm cooking, get splashed, that kind of thing, get dirty, dog climbs up and puts paws up here. Now obviously we don't want to keep clothes that we think are unflattering, but don't assume when you've tried it on, looked at it and thought, oh, I don't like that on me, that's unflattering, oh no, I'm not going to wear that again. Off it goes. Don't. Try wearing it a different way first because it actually might not be unflattering. Take these joggers. I did not wear them much last year and they were in my box to go. They're in my box to go because I thought they were too small for me. But then what I was doing was trying them with quite a slim fit t-shirt and I kept trying them that way and I kept not liking it. And then this year I just looked at it and thought, well, it's just the wrong t-shirt. I just had a total brainwave, saw it in a new light, changed the t-shirt to a more boxy swing t-shirt, and they look entirely different. And I love them. So obviously they're back out of the box, but you see how the box is useful. You can be ruthless because you know you can actually revisit it and change your mind. Kimonos. Now where you are, kimonos may be absolutely fabulous. They can be fabulous on holidays and on the beach. But generally, if you're going to wear a kimono in a metropolitan area, your countryside even, they aren't fashionable, they're a bit frumpy. And they're often made with unbreathable materials as well. Now I have one, but I use it as a dressing gown. If you're going to take your kimono away on a holiday with you, if you only use it around the poolside, fine. But to wear out, well, if it was frumpy in your hometown, it's going to be frumpy on holiday as well. But what can you use instead? Shirts over tank tops with some trousers or a skirt instead of a kimono. And jeggings. Yes, keep one pair. If you are in a wet environment like we are in the UK, if your weather's like that, great for the winter, great for dog walks when you're wearing your wellies. But you just need the one pair. Check the elastic. If they're pull-on ones, make sure the elastic's not too tight anymore or has gone, so as they're falling down. And if it's zip-up ones, well, I've got some quite low-rise zip-up ones and the zip just doesn't work. So, you know, they've just got to be dumped. Prints. Prints on blouses and dresses. Be honest about those prints. Do you sometimes not wear a dress or a blouse because you know in your heart of hearts that that print is just old-fashioned and frumpy? You're not going to wear it. It is frumpy. You're not wrong. It is frumpy. Get rid of it. These prints are often quite large. They're stark on a bright background. That bright could be a bright black. It could be bright white. It could be a bright blue. But they're stark and bold and in your face. So ensure you don't have a pile of these monstrosities in your wardrobe wasting space. And what to replace them with? Well, stripes, classic. Polka dots, on trend and classic. Ditzy prints, if you like flowers, ditzy prints. And are you really, after all the videos out there that say no to this, are you still holding on to cold shoulder tops? And I actually do think that some of you have said that where you are, they are worn. Now, yes, they're in shops. Doesn't mean to say just because it's in a shop, you need to buy it. I mean, have a look at this lot in a shop. But are we going to buy it? It's the people that don't watch the videos that are buying this stuff. You are. You're watching the videos. You know that what's being sold in the shops is not necessarily up-to-date, modern and flattering. That's why you're watching the videos. There are so many people out there that aren't, and they'll see this in a shop window and they'll buy it and think it's totally appropriate because, of course, it's there in a shop window. So if you are holding onto your cold shoulder tops, they really generally are dated. And think about when did you buy them? When did you get them? Was it 10 years ago? Probably. Now there's a clue. And then, of course, how many sets have you got in your wardrobe? I mean, where you've bought the little top and you've bought the little wrap with it or the necklace with it. Yeah, don't buy them again. They're generally frumpy. They're along the lines of my previous comment, that the people who are buying them aren't the ones that are watching the videos. And if you've got some, the chances are the print on the top is one of these quite ugly, bold, in-your-face prints, or the shape of it is very unflattering, maybe very, very oversized and sloopy and not a good cut. And some of the tops may be little wrap tops with a little tie in the front, or just a little shrug that just doesn't even meet in the middle, that type of thing. Well, nobody's wearing those. No one is. So just get rid of them. And waterfall shapes. Yeah, they're being sold, again, for the reason I've told you, but people who are watching videos aren't buying them. They're not glamorous. They're sold as being elegant and glamorous. They're not. They just make you look out of date. So just get rid of those as well. And replace something like that with a chic little modern jacket. Same with duster cardigans. Those lightweight, that have got like webbing and lace design in, they're lightweight, see-through, thin. I had one in white. I used to wear it to work, but I'm going back, I'm going back 8-10 years. So no, not now. They need to go as well. How about your current top picks? Yes, your top picks. And there's a video here for you already, and I'll see you over there.